So, this is a
I'm not
toast.
taking this whole thing as a shot.
I will. This is a toast to new friendships, to new beginnings. Shout out to Ty for being here. Thank you for being on the journey that you're being on. Thank you for being the person that you are. We hope nothing but great things, many blessings, huge prosperity, and things that's beyond your wildest imagination to happen to you in the best ways possible. So toast to that.
Toast.
Appreciate it. Yeah, toast.
All right.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, we don't have to have too much of a pre-show banter, to be honest with you. It was a late start tonight, but it's all good because we're motherfucking great, greater than your mama ever
always
will
have.
be.
Whoa.
Matter of fact, we're only great because your mama was great. Shout out to all the great moms that's out there. I would never put down none of the moms that's actually doing their thing, holding it down, teaching their kids and raising them properly. A lot of you are. Don't let the bad apples make it look bad for the ones that's really doing it good. Because there's more good women out there than there's bad women. We just highlight the bad women a little bit too much. That's just what it is. That's my topic of the day. Don't argue with me. Don't debate with me. Fuck you. I said what I said.
But that's kind of true, though. We do highlight the bad women a lot. We don't highlight the women that are actually doing it. Like, you know, there's I don't want to call names. There's a whole list of celebrities you can name that are bad influences on women. Mm-hmm. But they instead of
highlighting the ones that's doing the positive.
Not even that. Instead of calling out certain bad behaviors as it is,
I got you.
We can't say anything because that's going against women, and that's just women empowerment to just have them do, you know what I mean, like whatever. But guys, you kind of can't do whatever you want in that sense. You know what I mean?
But at times, a lot of guys don't do it because they want pussy. They're not gonna ruin their chances of getting pussy by standing up to a woman they want to fuck. Am I right?
That's so asinine.
But it's true though.
Women like when you stand up to them. I don't understand what the
If you say the wrong thing,
it's like asking to be up front, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh,
if all you want is sex, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, all I want is sex. Oh, all you want is sex.
You're a dog. Alright, I'm gonna give you a quick answer. That's exactly what happens though.
It's a catch-22, yo. It's like you have to pick and choose what you're honest about, yo. I swear, yo. But just because you're picking and choosing what you're honest about, don't mean you're lying. Stay woke.
You said lying by omission.
If you never did it, then what the fuck?
I wouldn't even put the word lying in there. It's just selective honesty.
I wouldn't put selective honesty in there. I'd call it, I just didn't tell you. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, you didn't ask. What do you mean? Oh, I forgot that part.
I'm shy.
I didn't think it was important.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't think it was important, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna tell you that later. I don't worry about it.
See, I was trying to bring it up when the time was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we have so many fucking bad excuses for this?
It's not excuses, it's reality with men. I'm a firm believer that men literally have a storage unit of the important words to listen to for women.
Yeah, there's like trigger words.
Exactly. So think about how many times you and your girl arguing, or she just even talking to you, right? And you blank the fuck out, and you're not even really paying attention, but she says a couple words, and she like, yo, you listening? You're like, yeah. What'd you just say? Man, you said something about the thing at the store and this and that. Man, what are you talking about? You ain't hear anything else before. You don't even really know what she's talking about.
You just know when to check back in.
Yeah, you just know when to check
But it's like babysitting. As men, when we babysit, we only know how to babysit when certain sounds is either not there or there.
Yeah, when the kids are quiet.
Yeah, like too quiet. That's a little weird.
Yeah, my son's too quiet. He's doing something he's not supposed to do. But it's not really an age range because me and you are like the same age.
No, I'm a couple months older.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You're like 7, 8, 9, 10 months older than me. But that's besides the point.
Almost a year.
That don't make a difference.
I had like 8, 9 more months of knowledge than you did, bro. I breathe more ear than you, my nigga.
You cannot. You see the size of my nose? Who you telling me you breathe more air than me? Who is that?
And when they destroy the Amazon rainforest, people like him suffer the most.
No, I actually regurgitate oxygen and make the fucking ozone a better place.
No, you just need more oxygen, so you basically giving us more.
Man, besides the point,
You're
did you introduce our co-host?
Not yet. You're very chill as a person, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like outside the social media aspect, and you're very chill.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, it's like, I say more so of like humble.
Well, you got the breakdown from this. There's no humility for us, but in your regular life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause it's like my thing is like I'm very analytical, so it's like I see things and I kind of like I spend more time analyzing than talking on things. You know,
Where are you from?
Jamaica.
Okay, I know.
You
I knew it. I just had to figure it out. I just had to
Born there?
Yeah, born and raised.
When you came up here?
When I was 10.
When you was 10? I came up here at the age of 9.
And what?
At the age of 9.
Oh yeah, so right there, like
I came here at the age of 0.
Oh nah.
About the womb here.
Yeah, it's alright. It's cool. I'm a Yankee. It's alright.
Our path is actually very similar, nigga. Real shit. When Jamaica you came from?
Portland. Okay. I'm thinking because I just did the 23andMe thing, and they had me coming from all different places and all different ancestors and stuff.
What did it say?
That shit say I'm 1. Wait, what is it? I'm British and I'm also Jewish 1.5%, which is crazy. But the rest is all Nigerian.
What kind of Jewish?
What is it? Ashenize? I don't even know. It's somewhere over here. I literally have the thing right here.
See, that's why I don't do shit like that. It confuses you.
Right?
I'm not even black no more.
Black cover, bro. It's right here.
I'm not even black no more.
Look at this shit.
Damn. All right.
I can't remember.
Crazy. Ashenizer or something like I
think
know.
we both fucked it up.
Hey,
I think we both fucked it up. He's Jewish.
He's Jewish. Yeah.
That's all we can say. He's Jewish. All I can say is my last name is Jewish. That's all I can say right there. Oh man, so that means I can see why you have like that multitude of layers to you, because you're like a bunch of the world put together in one person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just 1.8% Jewish.
No, that's not what I mean. Not by ethnicity, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like creative wise.
Because
like,
I paint and I used to draw
exactly.
growing up,
So you
and I
see
build
the world
and,
differently. So you want to express it differently.
Yeah.
Because not every form of expression deserves the same grace. You know?
Exactly.
So you have to find different ways to put your truth out in a different way to make it
Exactly.
satisfactory to you as an artist.
I agree.
So I could see like how you make you as a person channel into your artistic vision as well too. And honestly, just I'm analytical myself too. So even though I wasn't talking in much when we first get here, I was listening to like the conversation, just how you present yourself, and even just off what I'm getting from it. Honestly, dog, you are a smart ass nigga, dog. I can tell that. You're Jamaican, so most Jamaicans are smart. So, well, yeah, most Jamaicans are smart. I'm not gonna put my people down, but just the way you carry yourself, I appreciate that right there. It's good energy, and the fact that I feel like our path is very similar, I kind of like appreciate you as an artist more now, because I just feel like we're on not the same but similar creative journey.
It's like pushing down boundaries in a sense, and just
parallel.
Like, in a sense, basically.
It's like we both were walking together in the same, and we finally like our paths finally crossed. And it's funny because Gabe put me on with you probably like a month ago. And I'm one of them people like I love when people are doing I love when people are doing big shit. I'm never the one. I don't know. I'm very humble with myself too. I will always give credit when due, but I don't go out of my way to give credit if it's not going to be seen. It's pointless. You know, to me it's pointless, because that's the energy that I'm giving. If I'm going to take the time to acknowledge your work, I want you to know that I'm acknowledging, because I'm putting energy in my acknowledgement. So I didn't reach out to you to just like, because I feel like a lot of people was reaching out to you at that time. You know, a lot of people was hitting you up like, you're doing your shit, all of that. So I feel like it wouldn't have came off in the way I really wanted it to came off. It wouldn't have hit or had the impact that I wanted to. So I just let it play it out. I kept playing out. I woke up the other morning, and I was like, fuck it, today's the day. And I reached out. Just like that. Because sometimes I don't know how to reach out at the time too. You know?
That's true. I think I seen your show. I think Gabe told me about it. I was just like, joking like a million project, at the same time. I think a lot of people don't know how much work goes into, like, at least I do behind the scene.
Oh, nigga, that's a lot.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
there's for 30 seconds or a minute.
Exactly. We spent 3 days to make a 20-second video. 3 days of filming just to make a 20-second video, right?
That's wild.
And I have to rent those hotels and those places. There's a lot of budget that go beyond all these.
I know.
And and on top of that too, it's like I also have to be up late night so I could like talk to my ad and my sponsorship because they're in different countries and
You have to go on their time zone.
their time zone is like hours ahead. So it's like a lot of stuff. There was nights where I'm editing up till 5 a.m. just so I can get a project done for the day.
To hit that deadline.
Hit that deadline and hard line because you got both when you're working in that field.
What's the difference?
A deadline is flexible, It's dead.
Yeah, you can push it
back a little bit. The
hard
hard line,
line,
you can't pass that.
shit. It has
That's
to be
fucked up.
Yeah.
They call it deadline because it's flexible. That is fucked up. That's fucked up.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, lip bodies, yeah. Deadline. Good word.
No, but it's funny because I overheard you saying earlier too how like just to piggyback off what you said, like you spend like a day filming, but you spend 2 days editing.
Yeah. It's I think one of the thing that goes into like creation is that I'm a perfectionist, and the reason why I say that is because I take my craft really serious. So when I make a project or work on any type of video or anything like that, I tend to want to go all the way out. I'll spend like probably 30 minutes to an hour probably in one shot or two shot. Because if it's not like as close to what I have in my head, I'd rather not do it,
You're going by frame by frame by frame by frame.
So,
That's this nigga right here. That's him right. Like he'd be like, we'd be editing a video. Well, he'll be editing a video, and he'd be like, yo, do this. All right, we done. Well, about ready. He look it over a little bit. He'd be like, wait, hold on. And now it's an hour and some change. And now the whole video has to get done over because he hasn't changed it. And it's like, yo,
one thing leads to other shit. And sometimes when you leave a creative space, take a break from it, and then go back to it, you get a different perspective. You see things different.
I agree. I think you're right. Especially like going through a writer's block, I figured you guys go through phase where it's like, what the hell are we gonna make the show about today,
Honestly, that's not even where that really come about. It's more about what's to do next. Cause what we love about it, the show makes itself.
Yeah,
it makes itself.
Like, we can bring on people. Like we have, like you blessed us with with an episode today. And like we can have people on here and make a great show because our personalities just make it happen.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's like,
what's the marketing side?
What is the marketing side? What do we do? What's gonna set us apart from everybody else? I mean, we already set ourselves apart, but
how do you break the algorithms? Those type of things. That's where I get most of my impasses at because it's like you sit here and watch YouTube videos, you read articles upon articles and do all of that, and then you do it, but sometimes the results isn't satisfactory enough, so you be like, it ain't panning out the way I want it to.
I think that's where it comes in, Art is subjective, result is objective.
I like that.
When you put a piece of work out there into the world, you give a piece of you in the world, and if the world doesn't accept that, doesn't mean that you should not accept yourself. So a lot of time I put project that I think that, oh my God, this is gonna be the one, this is gonna take us off the map, and nobody likes it. And then what that does is just mean I gotta work harder. I gotta go back to the drawing board again, and something gotta be fixed. Something gotta be
what made the other videos
exactly,
and this one
exactly. And sometimes it's just also timing. Sometimes some things are just not the right timing. I made a video back in December that when I posted, I only got 100,000 views, and compared to my other videos, I'm like. And compare back to my other videos, I'm like, damn, like my shit was doing crazy. And then I post that video 2 months after, like in January, I think, not January or February, one of those months I posted it. And the same video got like almost 3.5 million views plus on Twitter, 2+ million on Instagram, almost 3 million on TikTok. The same video, and it pans out different in the same video. So sometimes, timing is not, time is critical.
Sometimes you gotta work hard before you put out certain things.
When did you first get that that start of the numbers like that? Like, when did you start getting the taste of it?
I think the first number, I started from Vine. So that's like,
that's
years ago.
That's OG days right there.
So it's like, I was making numbers at 14, 15 already, It got to a point where the numbers was nothing, What I craved more was, creative freedom, able to do more stuff, branch out more, do heavier stuff.
You don't want to be boxed.
Yeah, exactly. And a big part of everything comes down, in the point of every creative life, you gotta decide, is this creative thing the future I want to push, or, some career, and not saying anything's wrong with career or 9 to 5, but like the idea is like, you know, you have this creative mindset in your head. You have this strive that you want to go all out. You want to go for your dream, chase the world. But 9 times out of 10, nobody around you doing that, you know? And it's just like you're in an environment where you're trying to find the light, but everybody just decide to be mushrooms and just sits in the darkness, you know?
God, you dropping some bars right now.
Yeah, so the idea, like, you know, it's just like you have to get to a point and make a choice, you know? And I feel like I got to a point during the pandemic where I made my choice was like, yo, is it all or nothing? I got to treat this like a life or death situation, you know? I got to treat every content as if it's like, you know, I put a lot of work into my content. I could do quick, funny shit. I could do different accents. I could do regular stuff, you know.
You can just do it, just to do it.
Exactly. I could post a content every day. Just find something to talk about, you know. I have a personality. But when it comes down to it, it's like, you know, everybody's doing that. What's gonna set me apart? And that's why I go on and beyond, because when I look at it, I want to be a director. I want to be making films, movies, Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler. That's the level I'm trying to get to. And in order to get to that level, I have to perfect my craft as I go up. So it's like a lot of time when I post stuff, I don't go for people validation. I have videos with millions of views I took down that I wasn't like, you know, I didn't like, because when I make my content, I validate myself. I do appreciate people validation a lot, but at the end of the day, I validate myself the most often because I'm seeing my stuff and I'm growing. And I don't compare myself, at least not anymore, to a lot of creators, because I got to a point where it's like, I know it works for me, I know my audience, I know the step I need to take, it doesn't matter if doing it.
Who's your audience?
Kids. I make a lot of my content for kids. I try to be friendly with audio in terms of like, you know, cursing, swearing and stuff like that, you know. It markets better. You know, ad company look better at it. It's a lot
White
of
people gravitate
exactly.
And that's the people with the money. Yeah.
You know.
Before we go even motherfucking further, man, great fucking pre-show banter, even though that was beyond fucking pre-show banter. We accidentally got into the episode. But that's straight, you know. That's straight. I still want to at least make the time. Because I'm a little drunk and I had a long day, I just want to do one thing real quick. I just want to make sure I get all this good shit.
Coasting. All my niggas, we coasting. High grade, we smoking. On the highway, we rolling. Cracking bottle, we toasting.
So, welcome to another episode of Weed and Motherfucking Whiskey, the greatest motherfucking podcast in Connecticut and the motherfucking world. Your mom love us, your best friend love us, your mistress love us, your girlfriend on the side love us, the girl that you don't want nobody to know about your fucking day love us as well too. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for always making this as great as we possibly are. And to be honest with you, I've been feeling the love a lot lately. I've been feeling that you guys are really rocking with us, and I appreciate it. And it just makes me want to continue to give you guys even more great fucking content. And because of that, that's why I got tonight's episode for you guys. You know, I feel like the guests that I had in here tonight, we don't even have to contribute that much and try hard to give good content. This man right here, everything he do is gold. You know, everything that he puts out is magical.
And that's because he made it that way.
Not just because he wanted you to think that. It's because he knows what magic looks like. He felt gold before. He knows the weight of it. He knows the value of it. He knows that
molecular structure.
This man can just put something out that he can spend fucking time analyzing, and when he do it, you're gonna love it.
Yep.
But you're not even gonna realize the fucking work that he put in. He works hard. He wants to make sure that everything that you put out is good for you and him at the same time. He's considerate as for the viewers, man. And honestly, I want to see this man successful with. I say that a lot, but I wouldn't have nobody on here that I wouldn't fucking support. And I had to have this man on here. He's great. His videos is amazing, and the way he fucking takes the approach. I say that a lot. I gotta applaud him. Just listening to the few things that he said so far and the conversation we had from him being here. I love what this man do. This man really put a lot of effort and work into his shit, and it looks amazing and it pans out and it's working out. He's getting paid from this shit. Thank you, Ty, for coming in here, bro. What's your official social media name to that people find you and know you?
I mean, people call me a lot.
That's why, yeah, because I never asked
Breezy,
that.
it's Ty, it's Breezy Ty, Breezy Ty. I mean, whatever works for you, but in terms of searching social media, it's Breezy Ty, and that's BREEZY TYTY.
That's why, yeah, because I never asked that. And you hear how humble you hear the humility in his voice, you hear how chill and easygoing he is. I got that off him the very minute he walked into this door. I knew he's a very chill person, and I knew he was gonna have fun. And the minute I knew I was gonna have fun with this episode is after he said, "I ain't gonna do too much tonight because I got homework later." I got that off him.
That's bro.
We've never got that.
Not one time.
I've never somebody be like, "I gotta be responsible, yo."
I've never. People have. No, I'm not gonna
say it. No. Say it.
I think people have to come over there. Come go pick up their kids after this.
Nigga, you drink and have to go pick up your kids all the time.
No, I don't. I go home to my kids. There's a difference.
I gotta ask you this one question real quick, right? Do you feel like, nigga, you drink and have to go pick up your kids all the time?
Oh, I thought you were gonna stand me up with that same question.
No. So no. I actually wanted to ask this question.
I was prepared this time.
I actually got a serious question. I actually got a serious question this time.
Yeah.
So the generation that's like 23, 24 and younger, and the generations that's like 27 and older, do you feel like there's a knowledge gap between them when it comes to the social media game?
Of course, definitely. I mean,
what have you noticed?
It's a technological gap already, so that's already social media is already under that umbrella. So
do you feel like there's a knowledge gap
like
when it comes to the social media?
Like the younger generation just knows how to crack the code. So
what have you noticed?
I think it's a matter of culture and society. If you look at it from more of a societal standpoint, we grew up with technology. A lot of older generation transition into technology. So right there is a gap. However, I look at my 6-7-year-old cousin, and she could use YouTube so good. She could read. She could do all this type of stuff. And I was 10 and even know how to use a computer. I didn't even know what a computer was. Like I didn't know how to process a computer. So it's just there's a technology.
Yeah, they grew up on this shit.
Yeah. So
my nephew knew how to use an iPad before he learned how to talk.
That's what I'm saying, right? And it's just crazy because it's just the technology. It's just what standard is going to be a norm. It's going in the next 5 to 10, 15, 20 years. It's going to be normal. The gap's going to be so small. It's going to be like, can you code? Can you do this? Can you edit? That's going to be what's hard.
Somebody pointed out to me the other day that we used to code as kids though.
We did
on MySpace.
Yeah,
simple coding.
MySpace.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You never had a MySpace?
I never had a MySpace.
He ain't never had no MySpace.
Have you ever been to MySpace.com?
Yeah. No. It doesn't even exist.
I think it's still
I think it's
somebody
a music
else owned that
platform. It's a music platform or some shit.
Yeah, you don't know the beauty of putting your page under construction?
Yeah, we used to.
I didn't have a page to be under construction. What?
We used to have like Facebook pages, right?
Okay.
So you can put whatever background you want. Yeah.
So you explain to MySpace?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you what it was. 'Cause this shit was the shit back in the day.
Okay. I mean, I'm familiar with what it is, but in terms of having one, nah.
Bro, you used to code and you used to put little things in and shit.
The most coding I did was when probably I did robotics at engineering university. You have to code to use a software.
Yes.
That's how it works. So when you log in, do you have to like code what you about to do?
You don't have to, but you had to get the top 5 of it.
Okay.
So the coding was more of like your theme. Some people who want to really customize their background, they really like code it. So you can have like
DMs
falling
and stuff
letters.
like that.
It was like messaging, messaging and shit like that. So it was like the blueprint for what social media is today. Honestly, basically, MySpace was Android, and then Facebook was like the iPhone version. So but what I mean by that is like
you got an Android?
No. But what I mean by that is this is for all the people who got it misconstrued. But what I mean by that, like, Android allows you to have more customization.
Yeah, that is true. Because you can delete the Play Store. That's true. No more apps you can delete.
Wait. So what if you need more apps? What if you need the Play Store back?
I don't know.
You can't even download the Play Store. Where do you even download the Play Store from? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What if you need that?
That's
wild.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
That's crazy. I think it was one of the bootleg Android using. I delete the Play Store by accident. I'm like, now how do I get it back?
You had to factory reset your home phone.
Yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I hope nobody comes to me with that problem. Oh my god, I don't need that problem, yo.
Just factory reset the whole phone. Like, here you
That's what
go.
I'm saying. That's like selling the phone to pay the bill. Like, what?
Yo.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh my god. Yeah, nigga said
Selling the phone to pay the bill.
What? Gotta do what you gotta do.
Selling your rims for gas
I
money.
didn't trip because you know how real that sounds at the same time. It sounds stupid, right?
But at the same time, it's the same
Yes, yo. Like you know somebody did it already.
Exactly.
Somebody done
That's a
sold their
story. That's a
phone.
story. That's a story.
Bro.
How real that sounds.
I had a question
at
for
the
you too.
same
I
time.
completely
It sounds
forgot you
stupid,
said
right?
I had to take my-
Yo, like you know somebody did it.
Nigga, you're hilarious, nigga. You're fucking
Somebody done
hilarious.
sold their
I got a
phone.
question. When did what made you start doing the superhero themes with your edits? Like the Flash, and then I see you start doing the Superman one.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Oh, you feel that? That's gonna be crazy. I think I'm very influenced by King Vader, and you know when I had a talk with him 2 years ago, you know, you kind of gave me a lot of like really good advice, and now he's working with Netflix and you know bigger series.
All right, you're not gonna skip over that. I'm sorry.
Eh?
You can't skip.
Oh, I was gonna go there because I already seen that interaction between him and King Vader from like 2 years ago.
can't-
Like,
yeah.
3 years actually.
Yeah.
I'm
3
sorry.
years.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you can't skip over that. Netflix. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's working on. But I feel like one day I want to get to you know work with Netflix, you know, Prime, all those different things. But it's also baby steps, you know, it's a process, you know, and trusting it.
No, I keep
so
going.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
keep
go back,
going.
go back. My
When you
fault,
got
my
into the superhero shit.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry, I didn't answer that question direct. More direct answer is just like I see what works. You know, I don't make content just to be funny. You know, a ha gonna probably like fade away after the 6th time. You know,
Facts. But the next
but
ha
something
come on.
cool, yeah, but something cool you gonna always remember back to.
How it made you feel.
You know, something so
Emotionally.
exactly. Now, and I feel like that's what set me apart. Beside a lot of different critics, a lot of critics, if they're at a point with following, at least they have an audience that find them, you know, either funny, cool, or this and that. But I just know the audience in terms of like visual effects and special effects. I always been a, you know, comic Marvel fan, and you know,
Okay,
growing
you
up,
like the
that's
cinematic aspect of shit.
exactly. I
Okay.
love that. So growing up, that's what's like. I always want
wanna
to be
do
this.
that.
I want to do that. So this is my way of embodying that same level of work or like type
your
of work
own.
into my
So
own.
you're not.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
You like
not
the cinematic
a love
aspect. Okay.
for the content more than it is for the art.
I want to do that.
I want to do that. So
As I'm not saying. I guess it's not the skits. I guess it's not like the love for the skits.
What you get
Oh,
out
I
It's
see
what you
mean. I
do.
see.
It's what you do with it that
you get out
that
of it
fuels
from
you
the-
more.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, like
exactly.
the editing, the process
Yeah.
behind it that you feel more.
And the appreciation too, like you know, when you
Yeah.
see people in like China, different language, and I want one big thing I do in my videos, which is like I know what works. It's like crazy. I know what works for me, and I don't say that out of like any type of cockiness or arrogance. It's just more so
Nah,
of
you
like
have to,
confident
but
because
if you're not at that point as a creator, at a certain point,
so-
that's the goal. You're supposed to get there.
exactly. So I feel like I know my audience. I know what works, and a big part of not all the time. 9 times out of 10, I'm not God, but what I know for sure is like you know, okay, if I put this out there, this might like it, this might like it, this might not like it. So it's just a matter of just knowing your audience, and I think that's what helped me. You know, when I post something, for example, when I make skits, I make sure that I don't focus on audio. A lot of content creator over here focus on dialogue. I'm not a dialogue creator.
So you don't write your scripts?
I do write my script, but I'm not focused on dialogue. I want you
That's
to
what I meant. Like
and-
you want this to be visually entertaining.
exactly.
That's
And the
what I
reason for
meant,
that is
yeah.
because I want to cut language barriers between my content.
Yeah.
You know, I want somebody in
You want to be
Asia
able to watch and
exactly.
understand. It's like watching a silent film.
Exactly, because filming in itself, in its essence, it's the idea of if you could turn off audio off of film and watch it. That's what my professor said in college. If you could turn off the audio off of film and watch it and still make sense and still get the same reaction, then you have a great film. You want your audio to be an emphasis of what you're doing, not the sole carrier of what you're doing, unless you're doing a stand-up. You know?
Facts. Where the audio matters.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Facts.
that's on my route is I want wider range. You know, when you think about like business and just content, I need a wide. I want my content to be so universal where you could have literally watched my content with no audio, even if you're like deaf and still Spanish, whatever you are, and still know what's going. Oh, that's something cool. Exactly.
I just want to bring this one up.
And I pay attention really much to details. Every video is details. There's stuff in the background, mise-en-scene, or whatever you call it. Backgrounds, everything.
But that helps bring the mood up more too.
Exactly.
It's like when you take a photo, you steer up the subject after a while, but when you're watching that video over and over and over, you're noticing different things.
Exactly.
And that's what you want. It's not a one-time watch.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get that from your videos, and but for me, I get those haha moments in your videos as well too when I'm watching them. So even though that's not what your main priority is,
like, I'm not gonna lie,
I do appreciate that.
I'm a sick fuck, so I laugh at shit I'm probably not supposed to laughing at.
And I think that's my thing. I do a lot of dark comedy.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes me funny.
When I started out,
I told me to make videos for the kids, and he was like, I do dark comedy.
All the kids shows are dark shit, low key.
That's what I'm saying. Deep
real
down.
shit. If you look at kid shows,
too much dark comedy. Like I had a whole Jeffrey like skit I had to scrap. Not even
Jeffrey Dahmer or Jeffrey Epstein.
No,
Dahmer, like you know, there was a skit on it. Like a lot of people was like, "Yo, you gotta hop on the show." I'm like, "No, I'm not even gonna put myself over there. That's not even me, you know." And as a person, I gotta be at a point to understand that my impact. I could make a little skit right now, but 5 years in the future, all that look on me. You know, so that's you gotta pay attention to. Like you know,
this nigga was homophobic back in 2005. Look what he did.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea, what people don't understand is that when they're on their journey to get somewhere, they forget that the process is building step. If you're making a painting and you made a mistake, you can still continue painting. When the painting is done, if you didn't fix that mistake, it's still gonna be there. So that's the idea. A lot of people don't pay attention to what they're doing along the way. They just want to jump, and then they make it, and then they forget about everything else. You know, destination is great, but the journey is what really matters in hindsight.
It's funny, nigga, because him talking. I'm here thinking about the time when he was like, I'm gonna actually use the trends into a question for him. When he told me when we trying to look into editing, outsourcing editing, and the comment I made to you is, I'm not ready to outsource it yet because there's still certain things I need to learn from just editing. Like even though I'm going through frustrations, I still need to do this because I feel like I didn't reach that ceiling of what I can learn from those frustrations.
You can tell other people what you want.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, at the point you are right now, you're still editing your own shit.
Not all my stuff.
Okay, that was the question.
I outsource
so
a lot.
You outsource your editing.
A lot.
How do you feel about that in terms of like comfortability and somebody bringing your own vision the way you want it to?
I edit the final project on my project.
Okay.
Some product of it, like if I want a crazy special effects by the end of this week and I have 2 more projects due, I could do that, but it's gonna take me 2 weeks. Majority of the edits, I could do them. You know, I probably could even do them better than they are. But my thing is like, I don't have the time for that. As you become a content creator, you realize that outsourcing is what you need. You need a team. So I have 4 different FX artists. There's one that live in Nigeria. There's one that live in Costa Rica. One live in California. And the other one is in Russia. We had some issue between that because of the sanction. No, and that's the idea. There's people here, but I rather work with the people overseas because their rates are way better. And the people here charge you like crazy because
they try to rape you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy over here. Like what I would pay for effects over here, I probably pay like,
if you need to.
That's what I'm saying. I probably pay like $500 for a quick 5-second edit, and I go over there and ask some of my friends in like Russia, and they give me $100. Which one I'm gonna go with?
It's the same quality.
You know, it's the same quality. Sometimes they even be more
sometimes
patient.
Better.
They're grateful for you to outreach, and some of them just great. Like some creators are just happy their work could be shown. Because when I make content, sometimes I have a video that had like 30 million. I mean, I did all that editing, but I did a video that had like 16 million or like 20 million now views, and in that video, when a guy that worked on the video, he was so happy just to know that he was a part of that. It brings a sense of pride.
Because he won too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won. We all won, and we all,
niggas want that momentary win.
Exactly.
It goes back to what you said.
And also monetary, because it's like you get paid to do something.
But it's momentary.
Yeah, exactly.
It's momentary because money come and go, man.
Exactly. That's what people have to understand as a creator. I feel like we need to talk about the financial aspect of the creator because I have to work harder than what is it? Peter that live in his mom mansion and this is his free time. Yeah, I gotta worry about living by myself, paying for school,
you gotta worry about
paying for
creating
car,
content and living in your life at the same fucking time.
You know,
and you have to balance that, because if you feel like you're giving too much to your art, you're losing parts of you.
Exactly.
And if
you also you can lose your damn spot.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's like you have so much to worry about,
so much
but
on the
yet
line.
you still work so fucking hard to make sure
that's what makes you different. That's what create the barrier between you and a regular person. You know, I think adversity is what makes you stronger, right?
Facts.
And the more adversity you face, the stronger you are. And I feel like as a content creator that has so much on your plate, you have more, just more obstacles to overcome and make you just stronger.
Makes you stronger quicker.
That's what I'm
Make
saying.
you stronger quicker.
And you will appreciate the end result way more than a person that just got it instant. It's like a trophy. You rather get a trophy than buy one, right?
Facts.
That's
That's like it's earned. And
Yeah,
now it's back
exactly.
to the memories that it brought back.
Exactly.
It's symbolic to something
Exactly.
bigger than that.
Exactly.
But it's funny, my nigga, because you saying this, you understand this point in our generation in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Because we
Instant gratification. You know?
we are ready done instant. We love ready done and we love instant gratification.
J. Cole said it best, instant gratification. What's quick won't last long.
Won't last long.
And what's lasts long not gonna be quick,
And for the niggas who stomach it down, stomach it
There you
down.
go.
When you scam, the money go quick. When you work hard and sweat and go through a little injuries for it, it lasts longer.
Exactly.
I think everybody gets that.
You got a credit score.
Facts. He can open a bank account now.
Open a bank account. You can go flip some legal house investment. There's so much you could do with
That
it.
nigga who scam came and open up a bank account.
That's what I'm
Nigga
saying.
gotta stick to Cash App bank account.
That's what I'm saying. And even Cash App no going crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Exactly. Chime won't even get these niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, check cashing for the rest of your life.
That's what. And the crazy part about everything I say,
That means your money capped.
Exactly. A big part of what I want to say about financial, when I say as a critic, is that for 6 years I was financing all my project. My first viral video that got me the notice of King Vader and a lot of different critters. I was supposed to get paid that Friday, right? I was supposed to get paid from 2 jobs. Technically in that job, you just like after school program that gives Skype in. And the girl that was supposed to be at the video canceled on me at last minute, and I had to use this white girl. That's the one they saw in the hallway. And she decided to help us at last minute, so we had to get a lot of people shoot that video. I just know that I don't know. I had a good feeling about that video. The day before, I went to all my neighbors and picked flowers because I needed to put it all across the hallway and shit. So I went there. I finally shot that video. Spent all night editing it. And crazy, I was doing that while in high school, so it's like I had to be editing 2-3 a.m. then go to class at like 8 a.m. So it's like I was doing all that, So
And you had 2 jobs?
Exactly, yeah.
Bro,
so it's like
you know what I was doing back when I was in UHS
What?
at 2 a.m.
What?
Leaving the house, I just finished smoking. I had to go home.
That's
Nigga, I wasn't one of them dunce niggas in high school. Let's get that clear from the fucking.
I graduated high school with a scholarship, so I mean
That's what's up.
Valley. I'm joking, not DDG Valley Victoria, but hey man,
I ain't there yet.
Something.
My high school journey was a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
It was a struggle, but I graduated,
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And if I really wanted, I could have been in like the top 20 percentile of niggas who
I feel that.
but I just
feel
stopped
that.
trying after my sophomore year.
Exactly. I feel like I was mediocre too. I feel like I could have done more.
Because I started wanting more out of life.
Exactly.
And then UHS wasn't giving me that.
Yeah.
You get me when I say
Yeah,
UHS
yeah.
was not giving me that.
I don't think any high school in general would give anybody that.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people understood that and got that in high school to the point was like, because they're like, all right, back in high school, right?
You get me.
My junior year, I came to the conclusion, was like, yo, I can sit here and dedicate my entire school year to sports.
That and got that in high school.
Am I gonna go to college on a sports scholarship?
Because they're like, all right, back in high school, right?
But that's my. I was able to figure that before high school. Or some people
But I
still
mean,
trying to live off
we
the high
can't
school
we can't
high.
discourage people that are like less their journey though. You
No,
feel me?
no.
I know we saying this and we understand
Oh,
this.
yeah,
but
yeah,
people
yeah.
watching it might think we telling them don't chase your dream if you're
No,
a sports
chase your
person.
dreams, 'cause
So
my dream. I knew my dream was outside of academics.
yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, this is things I have to pay attention to when I make stuff like this. Because I might make something that I think is a certain way, but I have to be perspective to the
Like the
audience.
the positive Bill Cosby.
Exactly.
The positive.
Yeah, you had to.
I ain't touching on these liquors, but hey, man. I ain't touching liquor, but hey, man.
You like the pod because he was making the Cosby Show. He hired psychologists to make sure there was no jokes that was going the derogatory direction.
I didn't know that.
That's what I mean by like,
okay. So see, I didn't know that.
You're taking time to make sure your content don't trigger.
There's jokes and stuff I take cut. There's a lot of stuff people say, "Me, I'm allowed to cut it out." No, we're not saying that. You know, I restrict a lot of my stuff because I gotta be careful what I put out there. You know?
Facts. Like you said, you don't know how the world's gonna change in 5 years. That the things that's okay now is gonna come back and bite you in the ass later.
And the rule of thumb is just be a good person. You know.
So I mean, I got a question though. Do you feel like that, in a sense, kind of box you in as a creator, or you feel like that's just you being a good person?
You're only boxed in when you have you put a limitation on your creativeness. You feel me? It's like this. You have resources at your fingertips. Just because you're limited in one aspect doesn't mean if you're a true content creator, you're gonna find a way around it. You know? What Thomas Edison did the light bulb for 1,000 times before it works. So it's like the idea is like, you know, you just gotta find another way. Keep trying until it works. Just because there's a restriction doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You feel me? You fall, you get back up. You know, same ideology.
Sometimes things are not meant to work, so you can learn.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, it's like what you said. I'm truly big on timing. Like, I feel like if I started this podcast when I was 22, I wouldn't be doing this shit right now. I didn't have the commitment that I have now.
Brain, or like, I don't have any capacity
at all. I had so much going on that I couldn't foresee what focusing on something could do. You know? I didn't see the power in it or the value in it.
I definitely agree with that. But I can't say the same because I feel like...
Nigga, you started at an age that a lot of us wish we started. You started when you was a teenager, 14.
Yeah.
You know, it just... But at that point, even then, you still have room to stop and pick it up. Stop and pick it up. Once you hit a certain age, you don't have as much chances to just stop and pick it up.
That is true.
Because life is not going to give you that much chances, dog. Yeah. It's not the fact that you're not young or old enough. It's just you don't know what life is going to give you enough chances.
Exactly, that's true. My thing is like, you know, like ever since I was young, I know what I wanted, and I see it clearly. Like the vision is there. It's just a matter of how do I get there. You know, I told myself that I want to be financially stable to a point where I could never have to, you know, step by step and work for somebody to tell me what to do, you know? And that doesn't go for disrespect to anybody that does anything like that. It just go to show that, like, I know exactly what I wanted and what I didn't, you know? And as I progressed through my life, I realized that it just it's like, I say this, and somebody said this to me a while back, and I stick to me. It's like, you're never on the wrong path if you're following passion.
Facts.
You know? And
Facts.
And that's my
recovery quote. You know it's right.
Exactly. If it's from the heart and it's what you truly love,
it's never gonna fail.
At the end of the day, you're not gonna live no regret saying, "Oh my God, like I wish I did this." You know, when your kids come sit down and eat your lap when you're like 50 something, you know, and say, or your grandkids and say, "Dad, like what you did when you was younger? I did this, but why you stop?" You know, like you don't want to have to answer those questions in the way you didn't want to answer them. You know,
you want to be like chase your dreams, and then you want to be able to give advice of what's gonna come with it as well too.
Give them stories, like, but also, listen, when we did this. This failed. We messed up here, but we came through it. Like, you know,
exactly.
Honestly, it's funny because I woke up this morning and one of the first thoughts I had was, I love what this podcast does for me in life. You know, like it gives me the satisfaction that I'm looking for. Because there's days, all transparency, there's days where life doesn't give me that satisfaction.
Exactly.
You know? Everything that you're doing, it just doesn't give you.
Even the content at times doesn't give you that satisfaction.
It does. And then as much as you thought you put work into it at the moment, you're looking back at it and it's like, everything that you want to put that out no more.
Exactly.
That's not even where I'm at no more.
There's so much archived videos that never got released. You know, like hundreds of videos, everything.
So you put the work in and all of that.
And you know, because it's also be selective. You know, Chadwick Boseman, you know, he got the roles that he wanted because he chose them specifically. And I'm the same way with my videos. He said that, you know, we love to work with all these Brad Pitt, all these big, you know, white actors, but he refused to be the little nigga that's gonna sit there and smoke and be the thug and them comedic relief. You know, it's like, where do you want to see yourself to? You know, put value in yourself.
It's like Queen Latifah. After she did the last movie that she got her character killed in, she made her manager put a clause in her contracts that she cannot take no roles on where her character gets killed.
Exactly.
And ever since then, she was never put in a role where her character got killed.
See, and that's the idea. The idea is like, don't be so thirsty that you drink from any cup. You know.
Facts. Like you just want instant gratification so much that you feel like this is it right now.
Yeah, because a lot of people come to me and be like, yo, how do I do that, bro? I'm trying to get there. But it's just like, people don't, what they seeing is like somewhat of what's coming out after like 2 years. They don't see 6 years before, you know? They don't see 6 years of like me, you know, so much relationship bonds and tears and sweat and, you know, things didn't work, you know, camera lost, a lot of stuff, and even personal stuff, and still dedicating yourself. They don't see that, you know?
They just think it's like every day.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, this nigga wakes up and just want to make content every day.
And people look at me and say, oh my God, like, you're so lucky. There ain't no shit about this is lucky for me.
You just told me you just was homeless at a point doing
that's
this
what I'm
shit.
saying. Like, you know, like, that's something. How does
why would you wish that on somebody?
You know, that's
just
something
because they can be famous or get some type of gratification.
It's not talent either. It's not talent, because everybody says, oh my God, you're so talented. You're born with talent. Skill is what you have to develop over the years, you know, with consistency, hard work, and commitment. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how talented you are. What is talent if you're not putting effort?
You ever thought about being a rapper or something, man? You got a lot of bars.
You just gotta be a spoken word.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I do write shit, man. It's in the story.
I
do poetry.
I'm
So
starting to
you
get
feel
in
me?
the mind.
So like, you feel me? I got it in there. So it's like,
because that's one of my modes of expression, like
metaphors.
you get it right? Yeah, I speak, but you speak not even in between lines. You just speak transcendentally.
Yeah,
you speak on a higher level.
Yeah,
you
because my thing is like, how can I say more with less? That's my thing, you know. As I like words. I like being eclectic with my thought process.
I know what that means.
So I like that because I want to be able to, like, you know, just like Dr. King did, and, you know, idea of taking different stuff from different places. I take content from here, I take music from here. You know, there's so much things that I take into pieces. You know, I did a video where I had like a Spanish song in the background, and that song was there for like 5 seconds, right? But that took me a week of going to Spanish song, finding what's popular. A lot of things I do behind this is research. I do so much research behind everything that I do. You know, for example, if I'm gonna wear that color, what color works with this? What what's trending? What's this? And I do so much dynamic and research, and I think a lot of people just create, which is great. But sometimes you gotta do a little research. What's working, what's not. I do a lot of research behind stuff, for example. Even the music, couple seconds. What's trending, what's this? You know?
It matters.
It matters.
Because at that time, people have this way of feeling.
Exactly.
You want to channel that. You want to target that in a sense. Because that's what's going to make them gravitate toward it more. Now, I'm a huge believer on, when it comes to knowing your audience, you want them to do little to as no work as possible to find your
exactly, and also understand your content, you know. And I think once you know your audience, it helps you to branch out more, because now you know what you don't know. You feel me? So and a big part of it too is like, you know, as a content creator, I always keep myself and tell me that this is all materialistic. I could lose this tomorrow. You know what really matters?
I have ideas that I've never actually put out.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? And that's the thing, is like, I'm a doer. You know, I'm a doer. That's why when you hit me for the podcast, I'm like, let's go.
Let's do it.
You feel me? Like,
that's why I was like, are you free this week?
Do that. Yeah.
I had a feeling, my nigga. Why you think I didn't give you a date in the future? And I was like, nigga, I got this day coming up this week.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm personally like, let's get it out the way, because my thing is like, you know, I don't know how much time I got.
I can put it out anytime after
this. Exactly.
But I have it. Yeah. You know, that's key, because to me, unless you actually do it, it was never done.
That's what I'm saying. Because 99% of people talk about all the stuff they want to do. How much percent do it?
Hey man, listen, I be having this conversation with people. I tell them all the time.
You know, that's me, because to me,
I'm doing this shit, and we've been doing it for 2 years consistently.
99%
and people talk about, I can say I'm doing it. Like I can really say that I'm doing it. Like
we tried with the different states.
We tried different states. We meet mad different people
that we probably would never came in contact with, doing our regular everyday shit that we thought we were gonna be doing.
Exactly.
We've been in rooms with people that we could never imagine being in. Shook hands with them. It's like this is what.
I trust me. I get it. Like a big part of it too is like, you know, content open my, not just like, it opens me up to a different world. Like I'm able to work
world. Period.
That's what I'm to the world.
Opens you to the
like
world.
I'm working with people in Russia. Like even like, you know, I even know how to say hello, like PVet, you know, and stuff like I know how to like I know some stuff that
it makes you
me,
challenge yourself to like,
you know, like how to say what's up. Like I learned so much because as I'm around these different
you want to be able to involve yourself with
Exactly.
Don't make them have to meet you.
And I understand the culture. And doing the war and everything, I was talking to one of my friends that live in Russia and just understanding his point of view from experiencing things, And he's one of my main editors, And we couldn't even send money to him. I couldn't pay him through PayPal because everything was on. So, it's just
crazy, yo.
It's crazy. And even people that I met, I met so many people that and it's crazy because the people are so humble that I meet. And I think it's probably because we're the level we at where a lot of people, they view you different when you're in the same field as them and
they
you
know
do the
value.
same thing.
What was the one moment and one person that you met, or one moment that you had? You like, I can't even believe this right now. That shocks you, just like
let me think, because I have a couple of those moments. What was it? I'm trying to remember. What was it? I have a couple of these out. It's crazy.
I'll drink for you.
Oh, when I made my Squid Game video, one of the actors that did the voiceover for a girl did a whole remake of my video, like a voiceover, and I was like, what the fuck? That's the Squid Game girl that was actually on the show. And then one of the FaZe clan members laughed at one of my videos in the comment section, and I grew up watching FaZe, and when DDG one of my old posts, I'm like, damn, that's DDG. I grew up watching DDG. When King Vader reached out to me, I'm like, that's crazy. When Kyle, the latest one is Kyle Exum, he's in Connecticut.
Yes.
And that's my guy. And the other one is Kyle Massey.
Oh, word, Kyle Massey.
I reached out to Kyle Massey and didn't know he was gonna reach back to me. I was like, hey, we have the same last name. I'm probably cousin or something like that. And he laughed at the message and said, probably, who knows where you from? And by the way, I love your content. I keep seeing it. And I'm like, you see my content? What?
Oh,
what?
It just motivates you more.
Then Christopher Massey is the one that let me know. I watch him on Zoe. Growing up telling people that this is my cousin, I don't fuck with this side of the family though. But growing up telling people that to actually talk to him and he want to work with me and when I go to Atlanta. So it's I grew up watching this kid and now this kid want to work with me. And then he saw my content, he loved my videos, and it's just wow. At that point I realized that damn, I'm actually a content creator. The money can't. When the money was coming in and everything like that, it was wow, that's great. But then when somebody a level that you recognize as high, recognize back to you was crazy.
That means crazy. It means you probably don't even realize it at that moment.
Yeah.
But it means you're reaching a new pinnacle.
Yeah,
breaking a new barrier, a new ceiling.
And he talked to me like I was normal, not even a fan.
He made a joke with him, and they think a joke back.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
It means that's funny, dog. I'm proud of hearing stories like this.
It's crazy.
Everybody that you look up to, all of these people you're looking up to are the ones that's reaching back out to you. I'm motivated already.
Even Robbie, I don't know if you know Robbie World.
Yeah,
in Atlanta, the whole squad, crazy.
So I got a question. I want to motivate you. How do you go?
I'm motivated already.
Homeless to doing what you do?
Vision.
You said revision or vision?
Vision and God. I think a lot of people take God out of the picture. That's what brought me all the way here. I truly believe I'm a blessed person, and I truly believe I have a really good connection with God. And I know me and my connection and relationship with God is so great. It's a different level. A lot of people come around me and see a God work in my life, and they're shook by this stuff,
It's so strong that other people see it.
Exactly. It's so strong that other people do it. And I'm I have an incident where literally God has proven his way so much time. A lot of people want proof from God to know it's real. But I literally saw visual proof to it for God works, And I think a lot of people
what was
have
your proof for that?
Well, there's a lot.
Give us one example of
I'll give you one example. I lost my phone in West Hartford, right? Without my wallet and everything, And at the time I wasn't driving. I was like, damn, I need to get home. So I just started walking towards downtown because I'm like, yo, it's downtown. Eventually, if I keep walking towards them building, I'm gonna get to that bitch. And you feel me? I kept walking down that shit for 15 minutes, and it was cold. I'm like, nah, I'm freezing. I need to get on the bus. So I said to myself, God, please give me $1 or something. Give me $1 or something. You feel me? I begged God for $1, bro. And I just kept walking, and I just randomly look over in the bush in the dark and went over there and picked up something. It was $1. And I still have that $1 on my wall today. I'm in my room.
So you even take the bus?
I was so shook. I was so
He
shook.
gave it to you,
It
bro.
warmed you up.
But what it did for me is like, I had 2 trusts. I could use it on the bus and go on my day. But that dollar signifies something greater. That the idea that I asked for something and it was given. My faith is so strong that I asked for something given.
And you had something symbolic of it.
Let me tell you something even better yet. Greatest example, which is this example I want people that are watching the show to take with you today, is the idea of karma. When I was shooting a Flash video, I shot it at Stop and Shop in New Britain, up the street from the Russell. Great restaurant, check it out by the way. But anyways, while I was there at Stop and Shop,
We do.
right? But while I was there at Stop and Shop, I was filming and I keep using the flowers over and over. And I was like, at this point, I'm fucking up these flowers. I don't want these people getting mad at me. The manager was there and she kind of moved out the way so we could get the video. I didn't know it was the manager at the time. And after I finished, I was like, you know what? I feel, she didn't complain or say anything. Usually people say, oh my God, She didn't complain or say nothing. So you know what I did? I bought the flowers and gave it to her. And then when I gave it to her, everybody was like, that's crazy. All the other input came out was clapping for her, right? And she was like, you don't have to do all that. I'm like, no, I really, I appreciate that. I gave it to her, right? 2 days later, I was filming the same video to finish the video. That's a Flash one you seen. I went to go shoot by Park Street. Well, in East Hartford, but I had to go to Park Street, Stop and Shop real quick because day after the flowers destroyed in the first video, I was buying new flowers. And while I was buying the flowers, I was in line and I forgot my wallet and everything in the car. And I'm like, damn, I gotta go all the back out there. Or it's probably in the hotel. I don't know where it is. And when I turned around in line, it was the same lady I bought the flowers for. The 2 Stop and Shop away. In this Stop and Shop told me that she was the manager of the other Stop and she just here just to grab something. The same keep in mind, this is the morning randomly at that same Stop and Shop. And she was like, oh, you could go in front of me. And at that time, I didn't know I had my wallet. I was just saying, hey, I went in to buy the flowers and realized that I didn't have my wallet and then she paid for it for me. It's just crazy how syzygy worked because if I was to like go before her, then, if she was supposed to go before me, then she probably wouldn't have to be able to pay me for my flowers. But she let me go first because she recognized me, and I didn't recognize her. Exactly. And she made me go first, and then she ended up paying for the flowers. And it was like, wow, that's an instant moment of karma. Like, I did something 2 Stop and Shop away from her spot. She just randomly to grab picking up some stuff, and she saw me. It's crazy.
Now look at that. Guys always be like, you know what, yo? The simple fact that you were adamant about being and fulfilling your good deed that day.
Yep.
We're gonna reward you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put you in the right situation to be rewarded. To let you know everybody else is thinking about you the same way you're thinking about.
Exactly. And one last thing I said, let me say real quick. The other day, or usually I go around to Hartford, I bought a lot of bags, stuff off Amazon, and I make these goodie bags and stuff. I put them in the back of my car, usually in the trunk and sometimes. And I usually, when I go by the homeless people, I give them a bag or something like that. I've done it so much around Hartford that literally, when I saw the other guy the other day, Stop and she was like, not Stop and Shop, by I put it in the back of Walmart. You know that little section right there? And when I was coming, I gave him a bag. He was like, wait. You the kid that gave my friend the bag over there? Because he was talking about a kid giving bags. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, that's crazy. I really appreciate you. And then, so now they know me as the bad guy. And then I drop the bag off, with all these type of stuff. And I put a lot of stuff in there.
Memorable to you, man. That's fire, dog.
But I don't record any of that. I don't put on the end and I don't show that because at the end
it
of the
don't
day,
matter. Because you're doing it for you.
That's exactly.
It don't matter. You're not trying to get no satisfaction out of it. Because you already getting the satisfaction that you need out of it. You don't need other people to double down on that in a way, because honestly, that's being greedy.
Kudos.
That's being greedy, and I feel like there's a lot of greedy people in this world. There's a
ton of greedy people.
Exactly. Don't focus on the money, because the money not gonna. Trust me, if you focus on the money, you will go. You will never make it. Like,
you're gonna give up. You're gonna give up.
Not gonna work. You don't give up. You don't give up, because the amount of money I invest in stuff I invest in my content that even yield back, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it's like, don't focus on that.
Talk about that one right there.
It's crazy. So
look at everything in this game. This is pretty much money.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta, but that's the thing about it, though.
I don't look at it as a loss, though.
It's an investment.
Because I've learned so much from. I could tell you how every piece of equipment in here works. I can probably take it apart and probably put it back together too.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta. It's powerful.
So it's like I'm huge on like when like you said, just being a doer, nigga. I'm a doer.
Yeah.
I like outsourcing and all, but I can't outsource what I don't understand.
Yeah,
that's
why I had to make sure I know my editing before I went to the special effects audit.
Because it's like niggas can be playing you.
Exactly,
or the price might not be right.
It's like a mechanic, like going to a mechanic and I know anything about your car.
Exactly. So I'm one of those, and I don't like just if I want to fail at something before I have to realize I have to outsource it. Like that's just me
Or the
first.
price might not be right.
So I like to just really dive in, DIY, get my hands dirty, feel a little bit, and then just be like, I need to outsource this. But at least I know what I'm looking for, how to get it, and shit like that.
I agree.
Like that's just me first. So I like to just really dive in, DIY.
You have dropped so many gems on us.
Feel a little bit, and then just like, I need to outsource this.
I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know we had a late recording today, man. You got to get back to homework, and he's being responsible. We're being responsible. How long are we in right now?
Good time, man. You have dropped so many gems on us.
I know, right? I feel very.
Yeah, about an hour.
I don't want to take up too much of your time.
We're gonna like 10 more minutes. You know, we gotta get back to wrap this up a little bit.
He's being responsible.
What is your next steps for your journey? Like, what is your next big milestone that you're waiting to hit?
Well, I'm waiting to like hit at least 2-3 million on TikTok, and then from there I want to go to YouTube, and and I'm working with YouTube right now, but I'm not doing that's what I need to do. I want to get more people on board. I also want to turn one of our space over there into a whole set for content in Bridgeport. So that's what we're working on right now. We're gonna buy the whole.
That's where you're from, the 203?
No, I'm not. I'm from Hartford.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in Hartford. I'm in New Britain now, but my idea is like, we had a spot in Bridgeport. We're going to try to turn the whole thing into a studio where we, instead of like going to here, we spend so much money going to here, B&Bs and hotels to film stuff. Yeah. Well, if we just set up our own space, then
purchase the shit that we
exactly.
need. And just rent it out.
Exactly. And we have a spot. Exactly. We have a spot to shoot at. So that's what we're working on right now. That's the next big step. And also, there's a couple other stuff that I probably couldn't fully talk on, but there's like TV shows and stuff and all that type of stuff behind this, scenes and stuff.
So we're gonna see on the big screen soon.
Yeah, one day we'll see. But
nah,
just thinking,
we are gonna see that.
Well, yeah,
you know it's gonna happen. We're gonna see.
Yeah, because I might not be in front of the camera. That's the thing.
But you're gonna be on the big screen.
Your
ideas,
your imprint will be on the big. Exactly.
But honestly, yo, this is one of them few times we actually get to say this. We're in the presence with a celebrity.
I don't even feel like I'm a celebrity.
That's cool.
Great.
You
ain't gotta say that.
You don't gotta say it. That's what we're here for. We're in the presence of somebody who's amazing, who's spectacular. This nigga's damn near fucking famous. He's fucking.
He is famous.
He's famous. He has all his items that's reaching out to him. Like those are like when I hear your type of stories and I get to talk to people like you. To be honest, like this is I'm gonna take Coil word. This is why we do this shit.
He is.
I'm being so serious, bro. The fact that because I'm gonna, I'm gonna be able to retain a lot of this stuff from me even being drunk, and then when I'm editing it and I hear the things again in a different mind state, I'm gonna be like, yo.
You done good for a drunk person,
No, not even. Like, I'm about the things about. I'm talking about the things you say. I'm gonna be listening back to it. I'm gonna be like, this nigga's really saying some shit. I'm gonna be able to retain it even more.
Oh yeah.
Like you're motivating. You're very inspiring as a person. I'm being honest, my nigga.
That's a lot of my guys I be working with. They be like, damn, just being around you alone is enough for me to like make me want to work.
Your vocabulary is tremendous for real, my nigga. Like you have a wide range of words. I love that, and you're smart, but you come off in a way that's just easy to listen.
Hearing you speak,
and you just make people want to
keep.
I see why people gravitate to your content.
You have a wide range of words.
You're really giving pieces of you. In every bit of your content.
Exactly.
I'm gonna rewatch a lot of my videos that I've been watching now that we had this conversation, and I'm gonna watch them with a different perspective.
You're really giving pieces of you.
I'm gonna watch them with you in mind now. No homo.
Nah, you good. I understand.
For the audience.
I understand.
So
the audience is a little different. Right?
The audience is just like us, ignorant.
Oh, I'm not ignorant. I'm
ignorant.
Nah.
I mean, we all ignorant about something.
I'm a balance. I'm a good balance. And
we don't know everything.
But that's what you bring.
Yeah,
that's what you bring, my nigga. You bring balance. You bring a good taste of this shit. And it's like, it makes me think of like when I was having a conversation with Papa. Like, when you have conversation with people who don't have regular ideas, like everyday ideas, you're one of those people.
It's like
we came across somebody who don't have those everyday regular big ideas. You literally have big ideas.
A different mind.
Like the goals you're chasing, a lot of people don't perceive these. They don't think it's possible.
Yeah,
they're not looking at it exactly.
But it take a level of like getting there, you know, because like it
But
not
you were
always
like,
was
what you like
this.
10 years in?
I'm
2
8
years
now,
serious,
2
2
years
years serious,
serious.
8
Yeah,
years doing it, so 10 years in.
But I think the reason why, because it's like this. Before I was doing it because it was fun. You know, so it's like, it's not that I didn't even think about how I'd be right here. I didn't know.
Oh, you were just doing it just to...
Yeah,
but
for the
that's
fun of it.
But to me, that shows the difference in our generation. You know, you had that time to... You had something to broadcast what having fun for you was. Nigga, when we were having fun, we couldn't put this shit on social media. Bro!
It was not everybody. Did not
Yeah, and people didn't need to know the shit that we did. And I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of glad some of the things we did didn't reach social media. To keep it a buck.
Because you probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't be able to get to that next. Because what we're doing right now, people will be able to look back and like, nigga, y'all was doing that? Y'all was those type of people? And people don't understand, we were just boys. Nigga, I was 16, 17. What the fuck did you expect?
Exactly.
I don't care how smart I was. Exactly. I don't care how smart you are at 16, my nigga. At 18. I don't care how smart you are. You're still dumb.
That's true. Because your mind haven't developed until like you're 25, truly. So.
You haven't even experienced life.
I don't care how smart you are.
You've been
And
exclusive.
perspective. Like, I feel like that's what we lacking in teenagers' perspective, because I always see a lot, you know, is her pride in herself.
That box perspective, that block, no, that block mentality.
Exactly.
That's what we have until we reach a certain point.
My last thing I want to say on the show before, like, you know, you guys. The last thing I'm gonna say is this. A lot of time people demand support. You know, a lot of people say, why you not supporting? Why nobody supporting me? Maybe I'm here. Maybe it's environment. But, you know, King Vader told me this, you know, and I'm gonna record it, you know, not exactly the way he said. I don't remember. That's 2 years ago. But anyways, he said that, you know, support is something you have to earn, no matter if it's your mom or dad, you know, or your siblings. So support is something that, when it's done right, is genuine, and something genuine can't be forced. You know, if you're not getting support, it's because probably you're not working hard enough, or you're not proving yourself enough to that person. And I feel like a lot of time people, you know, get mad because they don't get the instant support for these people, because, oh my God, you're my friend, we're not supporting me, this and that. But people in its natural state, people are going to support what they like. You know, what they like. So if I don't like
people
something,
don't support what they don't like.
That's what I'm saying. There's family member that told me that I'm the first broke movie star they ever seen, you know?
But that's huge.
Saying, you
that's
know?
huge, though.
Exactly.
Like,
I feel like
we're Jamaican.
That's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a compliment right there. Jamaican, so that's a compliment.
So it's like, you know, you hear a lot of different stuff, but that's why you gotta really. There's two versions of us, you know. There's an outside eye and there's an inside eye, you know. And you gotta focus. You can't just be too much on the inside eye. You're gonna make you arrogant. You're gonna make you very narcissistic. You can't be too much on the outside. You're gonna make you insecure, and you're gonna make you lose confidence. You have to be a balance between the two, you know. You have to understand and be analytical between the two, so that way you could take a piece of this and be eclectic, you know, with the information that you take in. So that's all I gotta say.
I think honestly, we have to end it on that note.
Nah, wait, I have some shit to say real quick.
This man spoke some words.
Bro, the reason I was chuckling on the low over here is I'm glad you said that. Let me tell you why. I'm glad you said that because it made me personally, I'm speaking very subjectively right now. Me personally, it just gave me a lot of reinforcement.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm being so, because I tell people this all the time. When I started this podcast,
personally, I'm speaking
I actually expect one of my friends to be our first supporter. I tell him this all the time.
I feel the same way though.
I've never expected my friends to share our posts just because they were my friend.
Exactly, and then I feel the same.
Never, because it's like, my nigga, if I'm doing something that you like genuinely, you're gonna do it without me having to ask. When it comes to support, you're gonna support me in a way that comes to you naturally, and it's gonna go more than just that one buy.
Exactly.
I don't want that one buy.
Exactly.
That one buy is trash, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I want that consistency.
Because when somebody genuinely supports you, you're gonna push you.
They're gonna push
Look at
you.
me, for example. When I go places, I tell people about J-Rock, you know? Like, I tell people about people that does stuff, because I'm the type of person that's gonna mention your name when I go into a room where you're not there, you know? And my thing too is like, you know, I love what you said about the support, because my thing is like, when I was in high school, I get almost no support. These people see me every day. I was nothing special to them. But once I went to college and started doing it big, all my high school people are reaching out, hey bro, how you doing? I'm the friend that people mention that they know of, you know? When
I
I know Breezy
That's what
Ty.
I'm saying. So it's like, you know, even my friends, I had to prove myself to them, and a big part of that was branching away from them.
Facts.
Because they couldn't see me for who I was becoming.
Outside of what they
That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
Because think about it like this: the caterpillar doesn't see the outside world if they're still inside the cocoon,
Facts.
right? And if you're in a cocoon with everybody, they're not gonna see it until you branch out and get away from that cocoon. Then when they get out, they can see you from a different perspective. So I think that's what I lack. And a lot of times, people closest to us doesn't support us because they don't see us as anything fancy,
They're
extraordinary.
fixed on how they see us.
Exactly. It's hard for them to change their mindset. That's
that's just little nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just a little
and the
nigga.
people used to call it, it's a little skit.
Yeah.
But now a little skit is paying the rent, paying this, paying that, doing this, doing that. You know,
Big numbers. When nigga can say, "Oh, this kid only did 100,000."
that's what I'm saying.
Like, you know, like that's a huge milestone right there. Like, and that, like I said, bro, you just saying that. I'm glad this interview, this meeting,
like, you know,
your
like,
faith,
that,
bro.
that's
It was meant to happen.
milestone right
Exactly.
there.
That's
Everything, even just us pushing it the day forward as well.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying.
Because, like I said, everything you're saying
glad
is really
this
hitting home for me right now.
interview,
Like, it's
this
just
meeting,
pow,
Uh-huh.
pow, pow. Like, it's really punching me in a good way, my nigga. 'Cause-
everything-
Nah, nigga, because it's like, it's very heartfelt.
Because like
I'm no,
I hear you.
I'm having an emotional moment to the things that you're saying right now.
And that's the thing about it,
Like,
bro.
it's really
I think a
punching
big
me in a
part
good
of it,
way,
we're
my
so
nigga,
stuck in this toxic
Nah, nigga,
masculinity
it's
that we have to say no
it's
homo
very
to all these type of
heartfelt.
stuff. You know the intention. I know the
I
intention.
know, but I guess it's
You
for the
feel me?
audience. It's for the audience. And content. And for content.
But now, you know, I was in that phase. Being Jamaican, there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't cross the line. There was a border. Can I do a girl role? Can I do this? It's a lot of cultural thing I was shifting with my content. You know, I got to the point I was playing girl roles, and in my culture, that was shunned upon. So it's like, that's something I had to step out of the barrier. You know, culture barrier.
You feel comfortable playing the girl role?
At the end of the day, I'm an actor, you know, and I'm a director. So
Would you put a dress on?
if you need to, you know, if whatever is needed, you feel me? My thing is like I'm dedicated to my content, you know, and you have to be able to. And my true viewer is gonna be able to take the content away, you know, separate the art and the art and the person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I like the way you put that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be transparent. I'm not one of those people who likes or care to see another man in a dress, especially if he's not in the sense of masculine.
That's what I'm saying.
Because to me,
I like the
I know I don't know.
But it
Like,
depends on what type of dress you're talking about. In my head, I'm thinking like the night going to play mom role.
oh no, I'm talking about the full blown dresses and shit like that. Niggas be
I
wearing
just
bras.
get a girl for it. At that point, I
Yeah,
just get
because
a girl for that role.
certain things,
Like,
to me, certain things,
There's
niggas.
no point.
Yeah, like
You know,
certain people are like,
I would
they're
never see
pushing
myself
that.
doing that unless I need to.
I
you
feel
know?
like honestly, the gown I can see getting away with.
Yeah,
like,
that's I used to go
yeah,
before and video like the old.
yeah, I can see that getting away with. But I'm gonna keep it a
Grab.
buck.
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna
saying.
keep it a
That's what I'm
buck.
thinking.
I'm one of them people at first. I'm gonna ring my face up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna ring my face up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna watch it though.
Exactly.
To see where you go with it. Because sometimes
Because I gotta think about that too. Because I have a
Nah.
lot of Jamaican watching myself and culture and people back home in Jamaica. so it's
Exactly.
like,
But I
you
be
know?
thinking artistically, the content acts for it.
Exactly. If it's needed, like
Yeah, that's what I'm
if
saying.
I
It wouldn't
have to
hit.
roll that
It wouldn't
I
hit
need
home.
it.
That's
what I'm
hard.
saying.
If you didn't have that physical, that visual representation of what he's trying to actually say.
Yeah,
So like I said, I would ring my face up at it a little bit. But if you're actually saying something, I'm gonna look through. I'm gonna get past it. Because I'm not gonna be like, I won't watch you do a skit in a dress, but I went and watched Big Mama 1, 2, and 3.
That's what I'm saying, right? What's it? You know, like I think a big part of it too is like as I become a content creator, I stop giving a fuck of what people think about me, and that's what helped me to cross those thresholds. You know, that's what helped me to cross those cultural barrier. Because once you get to a point you don't give a fuck, my thing, I'm still getting paid whether you like or hate it. You're viewing it. You're a fan. You know, so my thing is like, whether you hate or not, I like that. I like hate comments.
See,
You know
but-
why?
and
Because
some-
that's pushing my video. That's traffic. I like controversial
There's no
comment
such thing as
section.
bad publicity.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me?
At all.
Unless it's tearing out your reputation. Other than that,
I'ma
like,
sue
do
you.
your thing. You feel me? Do your thing. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, if I really truly need me in a dress, I think I'm gonna go to a point I have to put it. Because I'm very confident in my
But I think you know
masculinity
your
and myself,
own boundaries.
Exactly.
as
But
a
I also
person.
know myself. Like, I don't have a fragile masculinity where I feel like, oh my God, am I gay if I wear this? Like, I don't care because I know who I am. You feel me? And I don't care less what people think about me. You feel me? At the end of the day, the audience that's supposed to get it will get it. You feel me? So I'm
But
not.
that's
That's what I'm
where I
saying.
came from. That's where the art being subjective is from.
That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea.
No, but you made.
But I want to ask you guys some questions too, if you don't
All I love that. Actually, I love when people do that.
Okay, because my thing is like, this is a co-host show, but I also want to highlight you guys too, because I don't know where you guys gonna be in the next 5-10 years. Maybe you guys gonna be so big that I need your autograph or something. I see progress with you guys too. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I want to take this time to also give you guys flowers, because 2 years of dedication is a lot of time. And I could tell that
It's
from
still
hard
young,
work.
but that's
You feel me?
still a lot.
Exactly.
Of hard work
Especially on top of you're right, and especially on top of that, when it's just like you're here. Sometimes you come here and sit down, I'm like, yo, is this even worth it? I could be out right now. I could be doing something. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? And sometimes I sit down and edit. I'm like, damn, what if this shit flop? What if she didn't even work nothing? But then again, it's just like, bro, just keep doing it. That's what I'm not doing.
Because I want to do this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like honestly, nah, go ahead.
No, you good. You feel me? I was gonna ask you some question, but like, you
Nah,
good.
ask the question. I wasn't here.
So what's the hardest point? What's the hardest point for you guys as doing this? What's the hardest point physically and
I'll
mentally?
let you answer. Like first.
You good. You feel me?
Physically and mentally, it would all honestly go in the same thing, the frustrations. Because the frustrations do affect me physically. I'm not gonna lie.
You see when I do this?
Yeah, I used to actually pick my hair.
I have to cut my hair so many times because I
That's
keep
why
pulling it when
exactly.
I'm frustrated.
So I don't have a bald spot or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's my frustration is this,
Right now it's lifting. So I translated to lifting.
Yeah.
So that's why I have my little weight sets over there. So anytime I get frustrated, I get out my head. I just feel sore. I go through the soreness of it right now. So frustrations is the hardest part physically and mentally, because it's so hard on you mentally that it affects you physically.
That is true.
Like that's the mental strain of it, that it's so bad that it affects you physically. And then physically, it just makes me feel like I don't even want to do nothing.
It's so hard on
I don't have a motivation. Like there's times when I'm editing a video and I'm literally almost done, and Adobe crashes on me.
Exactly. The spinning wheel of death.
Yes! And you don't know if it's going to come back. You don't know if it's going to be like, all right.
There's a way to go around that, though,
Really?
that I learned about recently.
Okay, we're going to have to
To
talk.
say that,
Because
yeah.
I've lost, because our episodes be like an hour, 2 hours long. So it's like,
What are you editing on?
Adobe.
What computer?
My Mac.
Okay, I'll see.
Alright. So that's like the hardest part for me, but it's also the funnest part for me at the same time. I like challenges. I like complications. I like toughness. As much
Me
as I
too.
complain,
Yeah,
as much as I complain, I like
You have
that
ADHD?
a little bit.
I do.
I pace a lot. I pace a lot, and that's why if I get
You
frustrated,
get overwhelmed a lot?
oh yes,
That's what I'm saying. I get that a lot.
I have
so much.
ideas that come so much, and if I don't do it and externalize it, I feel like a piece of shit. I feel like I'm not doing enough. So I do get overwhelmed with just the ideas that come
Trust
in,
me,
and just
I
the
get it.
vision of how I see the world.
Exactly.
So that alone. So
And if
just
I
being
don't
creative
do it
alone,
and
that's the stressful part
externalize it,
about that shit.
I feel like
What about you? What's your
I feel like I'm not doing
it.
enough.
Balance.
So I do get
Yeah.
overwhelmed
Finding
with
the
just the
balance
ideas that
between
come
care
in and just the
and family.
vision of how I see the world. So
That
alone, so
shit, that
just
shit
being
right
creative
there,
alone,
man.
that's
It's
the
like,
part about that shit.
but I know I'm so confident in this. I'm taking them chances. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I have to take these chances. 'Cause,
Exactly.
like,
No regrets.
sitting in a room with you, people like you and shit like this. Like it's more to this than just I'm doing a podcast. This is a future right here. I'm taking these chances because if I don't, I can't be like you. I didn't do it. So I ain't do nothing. I just worked the rest of my life at 9 to 5.
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
might as
like
well just went to school.
surviving.
Yeah.
Basically, my thing. I work so hard because I love stability. I gravitate towards stability. And to add to you guys what I said, I think the most frustrating part sometimes is working with people that don't take my work serious.
Oh man, trust
Exactly.
me.
And entitled people.
Trust me. That
I ain't gonna
My
lie.
fault, I
I
don't
think
even-
I think I've been starting to be getting a balance with that. But it's because I'm channeling to more what you say is fuck what you think.
nah, it's
I'm
more.
not doing it for you.
Exactly. But I got to a point of doing. I get to know somebody before I work with them now. And
That's-
people don't
yeah.
even know me just say, oh, let's hang out and da. That's just me seeing who type of person you are, what you are. Because I would
That's a
not.
good
You can
point.
be the most skillest person in the world. I don't
But
care
your
how.
personality could be
Your
shit.
personality shit. I'm not working with you.
Facts.
There's a lot of
Same
people
way.
that I didn't work with. There's a lot of people that want to work with me or I want to work with, but I will never work with them because of their
Because of who you are as a
personality.
person.
That's what I'm saying. If you're shit personality, I would not work with you.
Yeah.
And if anybody I work work with, they could tell you. They see me behind the scene. I judge off energy in this. I'm very
can tell
energetic.
already.
So, I see a lot of people and stuff, that great actors, some of the even best actors I could see and potential singers, this and that. But they're missing that piece up here. You feel me?
Shit mentality.
That's what I'm saying.
People are negative.
That's what I'm saying. The thing about it is like, that's what people don't understand. As you go up the chain, nobody give a fuck about talented, what money you got, what thing you got. People only care about your personality. And that's as you go up, you're going to realize that how you make them feel, why they didn't want you around them. That's what people don't realize. That's going to set you apart. That's going to get you to the next level.
And that's how I knew we were going to win it, because I actually had this conversation with my plug. And we came.
We got him, boys. So.
But the reason was that, like, we came to the conclusion. He's like, yo, you know why I had longevity in this money? It's because niggas don't come back for what I'm selling.
And we came.
Nigga, they come back for me. He's like, my nigga, I came to the revelation one day. I was just smoking. I was high as hell. I hit my nigga. I was like, yo. I think I got it. I think I know how this weed shit is gonna work.
He was like, my nigga, I came to the revelation.
I don't have to sell weed. I gotta sell me.
Exactly. And that's the same concept with
everything.
content. And that's what I try to sell myself. That's what I'm working on right now, to sell myself, being more involved in my community. That's what I'm lacking, you feel me? And that's what I'm working on, because exactly what you're saying.
Nigga, that's what I tell him, nigga. When we go on an event, I have to have a bottle of whiskey. That's me.
Yeah.
You know? People expect weed and whiskey to have whiskey with them. Everybody gonna have weed.
Yeah, but whiskey.
But you have come to the bottle of whiskey. That's what separates you from that crowd. You know, just you exactly. You ain't come through with no Henny. You ain't come through with what everybody else is drinking. Nigga came through with a whiskey that nobody heard about, and they try it and it's good. It's like, oh shit, who this nigga? And then you start teaching them and putting them on with shit, and it's like, oh, I can fuck with home. Let me see what he about. And then you make them laugh on top of that, and they just feel comfortable. Like, my biggest compliment from doing this shit is at the end, when people, without even, we never ask, but people just be like, yo, bro, I never felt so comfortable at a podcast. You know, we've had people.
This is my first podcast actually in person. Like, I did a couple online, but like, this is the first one I did in person.
And honestly, I feel that you've been getting comfortable along the way as well, too.
And I appreciate you guys inviting me on here, because no matter how great I think I am or people think I am, at the end of the day, like, I'm humble, and I'm never gonna think I'm better than anybody. And if anything, I'm too good for anything. You feel me? But I would never think.
It's okay. We'll say.
But I figure once you get
when
to
you're
that
not
point,
in a room and somebody trying to talk shit,
that's what
like,
I'm saying.
nah, Breezy Ty. That nigga right there.
You feel me? As long as it's not affecting my money,
I
we good. You feel me?
Any chance I get to talk about you in a room in a good, positive way, and you're not there, I do it.
And I'm the same
Anybody,
way.
Best believe I'm gonna talk about this.
You can ask anybody who we fuck with, bro. I was just rewatching a video that I was drunk and talking to my boy that I knew from college, and I said, and I was like, bro, you know how much I fuck with you? I fuck with you so much that I'm pretty much like, I'll be your manager without even being paid. That's how much I talk about you in rooms when you're not there.
And I think I like what you said about that. I think I don't have a lot of, over the years, a lot of people come this and that hell intent,
Exactly. But nobody just fucks with you for you.
Exactly. And there's a few people that do, you feel me? And those are the people that I keep close. Even friends I use in videos, I have to pay them. And people don't know that.
It's right. It's
you feel me? And it's friends,
Like, nigga, you're making time for me.
That's what I'm saying. Some friends, hang out with me and they still, want to get paid. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, it's people time. But at the same time, you gotta look at me and say, yo, this thing is not even,
Nah, for me, let me pay you on my own accord.
That's what I'm saying. And something like that. I would do something. I mean, not all the people ask for. Most time I'm gonna offer, because some people will not give you their time unless there's monetary gain.
That's what it is. Fact. So let the money come.
Exactly.
How many of your friends gonna help you move?
Exactly.
Without needing to be fed.
Exactly.
Expecting to be
so
fed.
My thing is, like, I take my work so serious, so that's why I pay almost everybody I work with 9 times out of 10. Because my thing is, like, if I pay you, when I ask for these things, I'm expecting them because I'm paying you.
You feel me? You gotta give me your all.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is, like, it's I do that, and there's sometimes people don't give their all and this and that. You feel me? And I'm paying people at a higher level than they would get paid for a whole day at work. You feel me? And from a whole 9-hour shift for an hour or probably 30 minutes, and they still don't. So my thing, that's why I get to know people, to see what they are like. My thing and work with them. Because I like building chemistry with my actors.
I like building longevity.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you feel me? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's night. But hey, man. Besides that,
It is the end of the day.
Well, technically speaking,
it's technically speaking.
honestly, in fact, now honestly,
yeah.
I want to do another part 2 to this. So we're just because I want you to get to your homework. We're gonna keep going. If we get to
I'm probably gonna have to do that shit tomorrow or later on. I mean, it's not due until like Friday, but
you're
I like getting my
proactive.
shit.
I respect
It's because I literally have a board, and I literally have a board on my wall, a calendar where I put stuff in.
Oh,
you feel
you're
me?
visual,
Literally,
nigga.
exactly. I have to have it in a wall because I get overwhelmed if everything's in the head. So for me, list this, that. That's
Yeah,
what
it
helps.
helps.
You feel me?
And the writing helps.
And the writing helps. So it's like just having a list and having that out there. You feel me? And there's a lot of stuff I miss. There's deals I miss with companies. There's this and this I miss.
Just because you had so much fucking
exactly
going on, and missed it.
and the last thing I want to tell a lot of people, well, not the last thing, I don't know.
Honestly,
But what I
make it the last because
that's
we're
what
gonna
I'm
keep
saying.
going. Yeah, we're gonna
What's
keep going.
important? You need a team. You cannot do this by yourself. I promise you. And I'm telling this from like speaking from
From making money off this
exactly
shit.
experience. There's
Make it the last.
that's what I'm saying. You cannot do this shit
think
by
somebody's
yourself,
telling us
bro.
something.
It's gonna make you go crazy. It's gonna make you have gray hair. It's gonna make
Fact.
you feel
Oh,
me?
I
Make
have-
you want to slap your
I
mama
have
or
3
whatever.
already. I have 3 gray hairs already.
You see? That's what I'm saying. You can't do it alone. That's what I'm saying.
I'm only 29.
Can't do it yourself.
Facts,
Cannot
man.
do it yourself. You need a team.
You need a team,
And
man.
you need a good ass team because a good ass team gonna take you way further than what talent gonna take you.
Facts. Man, yo, you have so much to give. Can
Yeah.
you write a book?
Hey man, somebody literally asked me that I should write
There
a
you
book. I
go.
should do this.
The
You feel me?
universe is saying, right?
But-
God is telling you to write a book.
I make a film, nigga. I make a documentary because
Facts, even better.
I'm not into
Even
writing like
better.
that. I like writing, but if I have to do it,
Bro,
you feel
that's
me?
facts.
I feel like I'm a
That'd be
visual
better.
person.
That'd
I'm
be
not
better.
a
I
writing
would love
person.
that.
You feel me? And I'm a big fan of Lil Baby. You feel me? And not just for his music, but like his work ethic.
Yeah,
This
he
nigga was
worked
making
hard.
millions before he was into the rap game. You feel me? Moving work. You feel me? So my thing is like, just his dedication already just show that. You feel
It can
me?
translate.
That's
But
what
the
I'm
street
saying.
life is just the business
crazy.
life without
It's
the right
crazy.
paperwork. That's just it.
Or selling drugs. But
Without the right paperwork.
Nah.
Alright, thank you, man, for coming in. Thank you for making the time for us.
Yeah, we appreciate
You're fucking
you.
amazing. I love everything. I'm actually gonna play this episode over myself just to feel like we're having this conversation again.
I'm happy. I got a lot off my chest because
Oh, I felt that you needed that. I felt you had a lot to say. Yeah, you needed that. Somebody who actually understands. Thank you, dog. So this is good for us. Yeah, this is good for us. So just so you know, please reach out anytime, my nigga.
Family.
And no matter how small the talk is.
that's what I'm saying.
Real shit, bro. Because with us, there's no such thing as small talk.
Yeah,
Our small talk is still used. Yeah, not all will. I'm gonna tell you that. I will. I'm gonna definitely tell you that from now. I fucking will. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo. We have to exchange numbers. We're gonna exchange numbers after this. Alright, thank you for coming through. Thank you for making the time for us. Where can they follow you, please?
Breezy
Ty-
social media, Breezy Ty. You're gonna put a little edit on the screen that's gonna get him frustrated, spinning whatever wheel of death. But he gonna put at Breezy Ty right here or somewhere along the line.
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
Now he gonna have to put it right there.
I'm just gonna be there. Thank you for making the time, and you know what we always say to close the podcast out. Please, and thank you. Grab her by the pussy with consent. Thank you guys. Have a great one.